to another episode. Black Couch Talk, 702 Visions, District 1104. And right now, I got a legend sitting with me, man. 423 representative. Been doing this thing since way back when. But today, we gonna chop it up with this man. One of the men that I can honestly say from day one, without a big relationship, just basically straight off the strength. You know what I'm saying? We all did music. You had your thing. I was over here.
Right.
It was other people over there, you know.
Yeah.
And just from the jump, you know what I'm saying?
Style.
Right. Just from the jump, man. This guy fought with me day one, so I always appreciate that. It always been love, regardless of what. Whenever I fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got nothing but praise for this guy right here, man. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Man, Darian D. Scott, man. Native Chattanooga, man, entrepreneur. Trying to create a new energy in the city right now.
Right. And you one of the ones that your name got a lot of weight to it. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, man.
Accomplished a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people done learned from you. I done learned from you. You know what I'm saying? From the things I was able to be around and see. You know what I'm saying? And
What it's about.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So I'ma pop it off. Where did the hustle start? You a hell of a hustler. You know what I'm saying? So where did the hustle start?
Man, I think for me, it was like 6th grade, man, just understanding supply and demand in the 6th grade.
Right.
Like me and one of my best friend Tim, we used to buy candy at the candy lady.
Yeah.
To go to school and sell it, of course. You know what I'm saying? And just understanding how that worked, just growing up supply and demand, it can generate a lot of things when you understand it.
Correct. You know, supply and demand is real, it's real important to any entrepreneur, any business, any brand, you know what I'm saying? Any product, most importantly. So, with that being said, your high school days, was it any indication, was it anything you was into that would give you an idea of the man that you is now?
Dedication, passion, and hustle, man. I done had that my whole life.
Right.
Anything I've done, I've been passionate, just dedicated to getting it done. So once I lock in on something, you know what I'm saying, I ain't coming off.
Right.
So I try to accomplish my goal, man. But I'm gonna tell you who really gave me a foresight on entertainment. I know we'll get around to more of it, but DJ Mix.
DJ Mix. Shout out to DJ Mix. He's been around for a long time too.
When I was in high school, I was an in-the-mix DJ.
Right.
So
And DJ Mix, he.
Right.
I
was under him, right. And so I could DJ. I was learning from him. But we used to have these parties as National Guard. I do DJ with Mix, and I understood. I'm like, man, it's cool to be DJing, but man, what does dough look like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like how that piece.
And
works.
that's the hustle.
Right.
That's the the hustle.
And it's kind of crazy because I DJ'd in high school, and I went to Alabama A&M for a little while. I DJ'd down there for a little while, but when I started realizing that if I threw the party,
right,
I really can make some money.
Yeah.
So that kind of just changed. You know what I'm saying? Just my thought process on how entertainment even looks.
Okay. So, what and when was your first party that you actually facilitated on your own? I know you probably was dealt with parties coming up or before you got your start.
To be honest, man, I don't know if you remember, the HPGs won a contest, the Can I Live weekend contest in Atlanta with Jermaine Dupri.
Right.
And it was after that. It was when we came home from doing that, and we had like a welcome home party after we won down there, and I saw it. I saw it happen.
Okay.
If you go back through the timeline, you'll realize.
What year was that?
Oh man, don't give me the line, bro.
It was 90 something.
Yeah.
Late too. It had to be like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, no, it was definitely. It might have been 2000.
It might have been 2000.
Yeah, I think Shine came out in '99, if I remember right.
I was in middle school.
Yeah, it might have been 2000. So, but when I realized, like, man, these people will come out and spend money
Right.
to hang out with us, light bulb went off.
Yeah,
And
right.
I said this. I said on another interview I did a while back. I was saying the goal was to start throwing parties to make the money to spend on the label. So yeah, that was the goal, man. To kind of create
A budget
right.
for the bigger play.
Exactly. So that was kind of crazy. And my partners at the time, they didn't think it'll work. They thought it was funny.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Man.
It was kind of crazy. So just jumped it off a little bit after that. Then I started First Fridays.
Legendary.
Yeah,
Legendary.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted with nothing.
Legendary. Legendary. All right. So before I go to the next step, I'm gonna just ask, like, Lil Peanut. He was a hell of a artist, hell of a rapper back.
Absolutely.
Back in them days. Like I said, we was in middle school, and
Yeah. For real.
So like, if you can do something different in that situation, what would it be?
Man, honestly, man,
We know how it played out. We hear the stories. People done said this. People done said that. Left side, B side. If you could have did anything different in that whole situation, what you would have did different?
Man, let me say this, man. I'm a firm believer in God.
Correct.
I don't believe God made mistakes, bro. So with that being said, I feel like everything played out how God wanted it to play out. And honestly, man, I feel like we had great momentum. I feel like some things happened in some personal lives, not even me and Peanut lives, that changed some of the trajectory of what things were going. But if I feel one thing I can do that I didn't do, I think I just not be scared and just spend the rest of that money in other cities' radio promotions. To be honest,
Correct.
I feel like we were at the door, and I feel like the things we were doing, they was moving us along. I think we just should have been like,
should have just
throw the whole bag.
Pull all the chips to the table.
Just throw the whole bag at it.
Right.
So,
And I feel that because you got to spend to make
yeah.
anybody who's
Right.
in the music industry or just in the music space, if that's like your occupation, something you want to do, something you already doing, you know that this shit costs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you independent or a major, you know what I'm saying? This shit costs. Somebody spending something to get you, popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, so y'all get back from the A. You won the Jermaine Dupri contest.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what was the benefit, or what was the prize, or what was the what was the winnings for winning that?
Well, it's kind of crazy, man. It was supposed to be like a single deal with So Def,
Right.
and but what derailed it was the fact that a lot of our notoriety was being based on Peanut being so young,
Mm-hmm.
and so they had Bow Wow.
Yeah.
So it was like at the end of the day,
And he did the crisscross thing.
Exactly. I would think that'd be a plus for us, but with them already having Bow Wow at the same time, and I ain't never been afraid to say I feel like Peanut was hands down the better performer, especially then.
Right.
Just natural and raw what the artistry Peanut has.
And side note, real quick,
Yeah.
Peanut wrote his raps.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely.
And that ain't no shot,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Exactly.
in the city where we come from,
That means something.
it means something. Yeah.
That means something. So yeah, so that was kind of the case on that, man. But like even after that, I was on some. Well, can we get a feature?
Right.
Can we
Get
can we create something from this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the music industry, people will tell you, entertainment period, man. Stuff when it ain't the direction that the creators see,
Mm-hmm.
things will stall out. You gotta create your own buzz. And like now we all know that's the formula to the game. Create your own buzz, create your own movement, and let them come in later and kind of pour a little gasoline on you, you know. So, But back then, it was people were finding people in malls and stuff still. You know what I'm saying?
It was. Yeah, like it wasn't no social media, of course.
Right, wasn't no social media.
And it wasn't internet. Like internet wasn't
what it is.
It wasn't even close.
Right, no.
I would say it was still dial up. You gotta, that loud ass noise on the phone, like that's. Yeah. So with that being said, it was a lot of shit was hand to hand, face to face, physical. You had to hit the road, put your posters up, and pass out CDs, physical. So it was a real grind. You know what I'm saying? Real grind. Let's get back to the starting point of all this. How did that first party do?
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. I'm telling you, man. I didn't realize what like parties and gatherings. I didn't realize how lucrative they were until then. Had never gave it any thought.
Right.
So I was focused on what I was focused on. But yeah, that's when I really I knew this could really. I mean, it was cool. Like the in the mix DJs, it was cool. But I wasn't making the money. I watched it happen when I was down in Alabama and in college, But when you the one throwing a party and people coming in, you creating that crowd, man.
Right.
It can really be lucrative.
Correct. And it is, events are, big business and it's fast too. One night you get it.
Or lose. Don't never get it twisted.
Or lose it, yeah.
The reality is people get in this business and they think it's gonna be one way up, and that ain't always the case. You lose money just as well as you make money. But the thing is, are you gonna win more than you lose? That's how you know when you really make it.
Correct. So, in spite of all your, you coming in, you got this plan to use your promotion as a budget or just investment in your business as far as the music. Right. You was a CEO, you know what I'm saying? So was it hard doing both?
Nah, man. I mean, honestly, they go hand in hand, to be honest. Like, we got some great features from artists that I brought to do shows, right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, to me, it went hand in hand, and it really solidified, our space, and especially my space in entertainment. Mm-hmm. I say this because it's kind of like, it showed me what happens when people start to see you outside your city. I had DJ Paul in town for our first Friday, and then probably about 2 weeks later, I wound up being in Vegas with my family.
Right.
And Wally Sparks was out there,
Yeah, Wally. Shout out to Wally, man.
Shout out to Wally. Wally Sparks, he said, hey man, I'm finna come to Vegas for this music convention.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I'm in Vegas.
Yeah.
So, I hooked up with Wally, and I met some more people, more DJs and some more people, send my family home. But I saw DJ Paul out there.
Right.
And he was like, oh
damn,
man.
you out here? Yeah.
Exactly. And so that kind of stuff, it made him come to me. Like, damn bro, what's up? I just seen you in chat. So it's that kind of stuff that you know what I'm saying, when you out there and you doing more and you cross breeding it, because it's all entertainment.
Right.
It's all entertainment.
Like you said, go hand in hand.
We go hand in hand. So it made sense, and it helped put me on another level. Same thing with David Banner, because he was out there too at the same time. And that was right after we had got that verse from him. So.
Right. And I always like how you conducted your music, or your label. Like you said, a lot of things you was doing for the promotion was just a slam dunk, far as your music, you know what I'm saying? And that not only did it help the city far as,
the notoriety,
the nightlife, or just, what we like to do, you know what I'm saying, in the city of Chat, you know what I'm saying? Not only did it help that, it helped you, you know, it helps you in your music. You know what I'm saying? Radio,
Right.
shows, being connected to other people to bring to the city and all that. So as you doing music, was one more important than the other? Did they go hand in hand, or?
No, like I said, they definitely went hand in hand. 'Cause at the end of the day, I was promoting the artist. I was promoting artists, and I was bringing artists to the city, or promoting artists coming and do shows in the same type of music.
Right.
So like, you know, when you got Bun B coming in town, let me get a verse from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got
Other people in the, you know what I'm saying? Other people in the city probably was hitting you up and.
Yeah, all that, you know. Only thing, man, is like when you getting verses from artists, you know what I'm saying? Folks don't ready to spend that money. Like, artists say some crazy stuff sometimes. but it is what it is. It's either you're gonna spend it or you're not, man. It's like, I don't know if you know this, I met Nivea, you know, Trey had a verse from Nivea.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
And we met her manager through a show.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He go, yeah, y'all do some chat. So that, you know, those things that we was able to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? From the David Banners to DJ Pauls, you know, all them other features that we was able to get, that's what it's about, building a relationship. Yo Gotti, I forgot about that. Yo Gotti and Trey and Cooley got Yo Gotti verses.
Yeah, so, yeah. Yo Gotti used to really fuck with the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. I always say like, from like, you might go back a little earlier, but for me, I say 99, 98 to like 2008, 2009, bro. Them was like some golden years,
Classic
bro.
years.
Bro, the city will never see nothing like that.
No.
The camaraderie will never be like that. Like,
Yeah.
shit was so different. You know what I'm saying? And like, what you think? Like from them years, do you agree? Like that was.
I agree.
You wouldn't go back a little early because you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, Shine dropped right around 98, 99. And when it dropped to me, that was kind of our launch into another level of entertainment for the city, definitely
Right.
personally. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I rode that wave, bro. I didn't move to Atlanta till 08. And you gotta think, by that time I was doing the shows and everything. And then, you know, we had Transition and we had D Cooley and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a strong 10-year gap for me.
Yeah, it was.
That was a strong 10 years.
It was amazing, and it was other people pop.
Yeah.
Other people was hot. Other people was doing their thing, man. It was.
The city was on fire.
It was on fire for real. Like you couldn't name a name, didn't come down here. Like it was lit.
I mean, and you know, at the same time, you know, it was other labels doing stuff.
That's why I'm saying there were other people doing stuff, and
so,
people did.
I mean,
fuck with each other. Like I remember like all the sides in one room, or a lot of the other sides. It wasn't too many names like on your position, but it was a few. And plenty times we all in the same room, fucking around. You know what I'm saying? We chilling, congregating, having fun, doing music. You know, like it was a time. You know what I'm saying? A real time. So. We know you finna like launch the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I ain't gonna get into too much right now, but I just gotta ask this one question: you making a comeback, or this just a reunion?
You are now watching 702 Visions.
Shout out to y'all boys, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you how I roll, man. I believe in filling voids, and a lot of times making money is a byproduct of filling voids or doing things that need to be done. And I'm looking at it like the birthday party, the whole reunion. I'm looking at it like a tester. I'm looking at it like if this is successful and goes the way I think it can go, we definitely put some more stuff on the books. But I still need that.
Yeah.
In my position now, my role now, I feel like I'm responsible to help create the programming of the entertainment in our city. I've reached out to a couple more guys, and we really want to program our city for us.
Right.
We want to do things that our people want to see and do in the city, man. So I ain't gonna say like I'm bad and I'm doing this, that, and the other. I'm more so about unity. People who doing stuff in the space, in the entertainment space. If I can link up with them and add a little boost to what they got going, that's what I want to do.
Right.
Cause right now it's bigger than one person. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than the collective. It's about the whole city.
Right.
And as a people, we need to be owning and programming what our people doing in our city, not other people.
Correct. I wholeheartedly feel that 100%. You know what I'm saying? And you know, to throw this out here, now that you said that people owning and you know doing their thing as far as entrepreneurship, I see a lot of that going on now today. I would say last 5 years, I can say it been real strong. You know what I'm saying? People getting their side hustle on or launching their business, starting a brand, you know, launching a service. They got a service that you can, you know, purchase. So I see a lot of that going on. And do you see outlets or do you see major growth in that area as far as the people of Chattanooga?
I do. I see a lot of passion. I see a ton of opportunity. But what I really want our people, especially people of color, I really want our people to understand the growth aspect. And what I mean by that is, most of us, we are the ones that can either cut the hair or barbecue or fish or whatever, chicken, whatever it is. We have to learn how to put processes in place to get those things done. That way you yourself personally don't have to do it.
Right.
And once you can get those processes in place, you can begin to work on growing your business and not working in your business as much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a meeting with a guy today, and that's what we talked about. We talked about what type of processes are needed to scale, to grow, to have multiple locations. You gotta think about it. If you're the only one know how to cook the fish or the chicken or whatever it is, you can only have one location.
Yeah, one
And you're gonna be tired.
Yeah,
You know, but the reality is, if you put together a process and show people the process, people you trust,
Right.
show them the process, and you can develop the process and make sure everybody eating, you can have multiple locations. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be able to manage it. But yeah.
Correct. And I can see that happening I can see that being facilitated and executed in a proper way, you know, where people can succeed. Only thing I might have a doubt about is Chiefs and Indians. You know, sometimes it's not enough, sometimes it's too many. You know, so that, cause everybody can't be the chief. You know, so somebody got to be, you know, the village. You know, and make sure you know everything is.
I think culture will show you what you need in that area. Your natural born leaders will rise to the top, and if they understand the culture, that's who you ride with. And I'm gonna say this, man. You know, in business, you gotta remove all emotions. You gotta deal with the facts of what's going on.
Correct.
And these the facts. I might have somebody close to me that I've appointed to manage, you know, or show them my cousin or my brother or something. I appoint them, I show them the process, I want you to manage them. But if they laxed on it, your business gonna only be just as successful as your top person in it.
Correct.
And if they lax, your business gonna be lax. So you gotta stay on them for them to stay on the rest of the team.
Yeah.
You know, and if they can't handle it, you gotta make a tough decision. I know this is my cousin, this is my boy, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
maybe I got something else for you. Maybe not this.
Maybe not this. So
you know what I'm saying?
That's how they go.
Yeah. Alright. So just off of that, and just based off, you done seen a lot of characters. When I say characters, I mean really people.
Right.
Like dealing with music and dealing with you know, your promotion, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody.
True.
Was it ever a situation where you had to run into that? And how did you
I deal with it.
how did you deal with it? And this I'm asking this, you know, cause I know people run into this situation like on a daily, you know what I'm saying? Like I frequently see people, you know, I don't want to say wasting time, but I feel like they not doing what they should be or good at, you know. They doing something that's they might be a weakness to them or might be, you know, not beneficial to them or they not succeeding as they can if they did this. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of that comes from maturity and growth within yourself. Yeah, you might see some people doing some stuff and they might be making some money, but it might really be their passion.
Right.
If it's not your passion, you probably not finna give it the level of effort they giving it.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
Right.
So within that, it's important to find what's you. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. A lot of people still trying to find themselves though.
Yeah,
You know?
hell yeah. You know,
but
hell yeah.
I wouldn't be afraid to try anything.
Right.
You know, as long as it makes sense, financial sense, you know what I'm saying, the well-being of any business. Scared money don't make money. I'm a firm believer in that.
I know y'all hear that.
Yeah. but the reality is, man, you know, you gotta find your own lane, of course, but, you know, if your passion not in it and that's really somebody else's situation,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna prosper the way you would like to prosper, man. I mean, cause it ain't for you. But with my situations myself, I mean, they've been passionate, you know. No, a friend of mine asked me one time, she said, well, D, you got a restaurant, but I didn't know you know how to cook. I don't. I don't know how to cook.
So you not back there cooking.
Right, but I understand processes.
Right.
You know, and when you lay the processes out, you know, one of the main processes is to find somebody to
That
pay
can cook.
that know how to cook.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta break it down. And my thing is people gathering.
Right.
I can gather people.
Yeah.
Find somebody who can cook. Come on, let's do it.
Straight like that.
Got your restaurant.
Straight like that. And it's a dope restaurant.
Thank you. Thank you, my guy.
To be honest, if you don't know, 618, what's the address?
618 George Avenue. Yeah.
618 George Avenue.
Yeah.
So
Downtown Chattanooga.
so like I want to get back to the music just a little bit. What you think about the city right now? You know, I know you busy. I know you got stuff going on, but I also know you keep a pulse on the street. So you know what you think about right now, musically or entertainment wise in the city right now from others. You know.
Well, honestly, man, right now, I've been hearing a lot of good music. You know, a lot of artists really going hard. Production has really stepped up a lot over the last few years, man. They got some big boy sounds coming out of Chattanooga right now. I'm happy to see everybody hustling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to see all these videos popping up, man. It's exciting. Man.
Right.
It's exciting. I mean, man, the young lady, Britt Brett.
Britt Brett. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Britt Brett.
Yeah.
She from the city. She signed to Slaughter Gang,
Yeah.
21 Savage.
Yeah. Like when I saw that, I mean, it was like, oh man, people feeling us. People starting to feel our energy, man. That's big.
Right.
We've never been embraced like that, man. So I see cats down in Atlanta, other cats down there doing their thing, meeting up with people, and I mean, that's what it's about.
Right.
That's the stuff I was doing 10 years ago out there at the conferences.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Running around grabbing DJ Jelly and DJ Hershey, trying to swamp Izzo, I'm up in Blue Flame, all that kind of stuff, man. That's what you got to do, man, to get it out there. So I'm happy to see them out here doing that, man. I love to see these boys. Some of these boys shooting videos, these numbers running up. It's like, man, these boys from the city.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, man. I love it. I love it.
And like, I can honestly say right now, and I ain't gonna say it wasn't ever a point I felt like this, but I'm just paying attention to it now, cause even though I still I'm still able to do what I was doing back then. It ain't nothing.
Right,
but
right.
I ain't doing it like I was back then.
Right,
you know,
right.
so I'm listening more, I'm watching, and you know what I'm saying, and shit, man, I can make a playlist of chat artists and be straight. You know.
Wow, that's good.
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Like,
That's good.
for real. You know, from what I've been hearing, you know, and from what's out here, you know, what's put in our, you know, by the mainstream, you know, I kind of like some of our stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah. Definitely got talent, man. I always have had great talent in this city.
Right. And it was always somebody you probably didn't know. They probably wouldn't like notarize and stuff, but we always had people doing big things. We just didn't know who they was.
Absolutely.
If you just didn't know, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You wasn't in the loop. That's real. That's definitely real.
For real. So, if you could, would you start this shit over and do it another way, knowing what you know now that you didn't know back then?
For entertainment, for like having artists and independent label, man.
With social media now, all that, you know, like,
Let me say this.
what
man.
you think you would have did back then with this, with internet and social media
Well,
and
personally, and I ain't afraid to say, I don't think I was mature enough to handle social media correctly when I was 19. I think I was involved in some things that I probably, probably would have been posting, probably shouldn't have been posting.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think social media, I feel like it would have got us further, but with my maturity level at the time, I don't think it would have been healthy for me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about it, bro. We were painting like Suburbans and Expeditions, candy colors, and putting 20-inch rims on, and putting 6 TVs and all that stuff in cars, and like, that ain't the most healthy thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
And like just flaunting it, like, I mean, like just,
Right.
you know.
It's common now though.
Right.
On the internet, it's part of the game, but not really. It ain't smart. It still ain't smart.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm saying?
it
It still ain't smart.
I dig that.
Because back in our day, when you came out the street, man, I ain't taking no pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you definitely ain't gonna get a picture of me leaning up against my car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You definitely ain't gonna get that.
Yeah.
And we know why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just on my pod saying that same exact stuff, like, what it's like to be a rapper in 2022 is way different than what it was or what it used to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's worse than, to me, it's kind of getting worse than like the street game, dope game, you know what I'm saying? And like, and only for this reason, in the streets, you are taught, just like you said, you don't want to take no pictures, you don't want nobody to know this or that, where you at, what you doing, you know what I'm saying? But in that other game, all that's got to be pushed to the front.
That's what it's about.
You got to get out there and do this and do that. So that make you vulnerable to slipping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Just a little different.
And it's a few things I look at it from that, like, it's putting people more in your business,
Right.
and that probably gonna lead to some personal business. And then at the same time, it's like, it's just gonna be beneficial. You know what I'm saying? And like for the CEOs and stuff, and the artists and people putting the money up. You know what I'm saying? The smart thing to do is to put the money up and get out the way.
Right.
Put it all on the artist. You know what I'm saying? But we young, got a few dollars. Everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to do all over again, man, I'd try to stay all the way out the line, like all the way.
And just be behind the scenes, doing the business.
I mean, I'm behind the scenes. I was behind the scenes, but some things you gotta go get done yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
For sure. Alright, I was having a talk with with a female, right? And she said something, and it kind of stuck with me. And now that we doing this interview, it kind of it bring up a point, the transition from one thing to another. What do that take to being to go from hell to heaven, or to go from locked up to free, as yourself, going from CEO, promoter, and just limelight, nightlife, such and such, to business oriented, having meetings, got employees, that's two different worlds. How do you?
Honestly, man, it just look like two different worlds, and I think back to perception. This is the reality. Same skill sets,
Right.
just in two different areas, man. The same way, I kind of, I understood supply and demand when I was younger and in the streets. I understand it in legitimate business
Right.
as well.
You are now watching 702 Visions.
Shout out to y'all boys, man.
I mean, it don't take a rocket science to realize from buying chicken for this price and somebody got to cook it and sell it for this price, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's about you still using numbers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You still using a metric system when it comes to mixing drinks and stuff like that. So same skill sets, different arena. You know what I'm saying? Different kind of sector of work, but same thought process, man. You still trying to get people in the building. You've been trying to do that. Still trying to figure out what they want. How can I serve them? What I need to charge them a fair rate for. I mean, same thing. And I'm blessed to be able to come out of the streets and understand that enough to be able to apply it in business.
Right.
And I tell anybody, man, any of these cats in the street who making money, they understand business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about understanding, like I said, supply and demand, being able to wholesale, resell,
Promote.
customer service.
Yeah,
promotion.
you
It's all
man,
in the street.
you everything. If you ever did your thing in the street, quote unquote, you everything. Promoter, advertiser,
Yeah.
Marketer, all that, in one.
So
You know what I'm saying?
So about them same skill sets, some same resources to business, man, it wasn't hard. And with the first business being more on the nightlife side, it really wasn't hard. I just had to learn the behind the scenes piece.
The people that you deal with from one phase to the other, how was that? Was that a change? Was that because you dealing with different companies?
Right. Different
well,
type of customers.
Different type of characters, different type of people, different type of mindset.
A lot of that, and to be honest, a lot of that comes along with maturity as well. When you talk about transitioning, for me, transitioning was a lot to do with maturity.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when I was younger, I was a little more reckless. So I did some more reckless things. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm older, I think things through a lot more. So I make safer decisions. So, and what you asking about? What was your last question? What was the last question?
The people from making your transition, the people,
Right. So
your skills the same, but the people are different.
Right. And what I was saying, even within that, man, some of the people I deal with now, I'm trying to get a different demographic of clientele, basically, to do business with, and I got a few demographics that I already know from growing up, from the street, from different business. But to really get it in, you want to get money from multiple groups of people, So that's the difference, man. Some of my people, I still see them. We do our thing, but we do our thing over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of the newer people that's been around, coming around, just kind of in a different realm, we do our thing. Pretty much the same way. We do over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I did that.
I mean, that's what it's about, and being able to live in both of them worlds, uh, it's very helpful for me.
Correct. So, if you had a person right now with a questionable background, maybe like, been through some things, got some baggage on this situation or his record or something, what could that person do besides let's forget about a job, because we know with questionable backgrounds it's hard to maneuver in that field. It ain't impossible,
Right.
of course, and it is companies that do hire felons and stuff like that, but in business, what can that felon come out and do, or somebody with a questionable background do to help themselves out? Do you have a program? Is it a company that, or a foundation, or a charity, or non-profit? Is it any route they can?
Honestly, man, it's a lot of things they can get involved in. It's a lot of great programs out here. I'm watching people like Joe and Trail Riders every day on the internet push their agenda to help ex-offenders, man.
And I know Troy. Shout out
Yeah.
to Troy.
So they pushing that every day, man. But at the end of the day, regardless to what's available, you have to want it for yourself.
Right.
The individual, man.
And the reason I ask that is, I'm catering to, like you said, a broader audience.
Yeah.
I'm asking questions for these people,
Absolutely.
So this for my guys that, because I know what you're doing right now, you can point in that direction. You know what I'm saying?
Just know this: we all got baggage. We all got baggage. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us done caught cases and fought cases on probation. You know what I'm saying? On parole, people. But how do you bounce back from it?
Correct.
It's like you gotta have the mentality of, I'm not taking no for an answer. If this door closes, I'm pushing on that door. But it's a level of maturity and respect we gotta push on doors on.
Right.
To me, I'm telling you, man, social capital, like knowing people.
Knowing people, yes,
is the
man.
most important resource.
thing. Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Because
Hell yeah.
when people know you and know your character,
They gonna fuck with you,
they'll
man.
give you opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's the important piece, getting people to give you an opportunity. So, and I know a lot of great people, and they'll forget a person's past and be like, what's their demeanor now? What's their attitude now?
Right.
And it's on you, the individual, to pick that ball up and pick that opportunity up and be like, I'm gonna make this work. And
Right.
and once you get that mindset that you're gonna make this work, for one, this is how this working. You finna meet a whole new group of people probably that gave you a shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one group of people that they're becoming friends or fans or resources, right?
Right.
And then the people you had in the past, they see you doing better things in your life,
And they gonna wanna follow.
Hopefully, they will want to follow, and you can educate them and show them, you know what I'm saying, how to take some of the steps, man. And like I tell people all the time, that's where I am now. I'm all about, I want to unify people. I want to pull us together. I want to create our own movement, man. It's like I said a little while ago, it's enough of us here that want to see us move forward that we can create our own.
Right.
And that's what we need to be doing. Because if we're not working together, we're working against each other.
For real.
For real.
Each one teach one, we all gonna reach one.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So far, well, I'm gonna wait for that. I got a few more things I want to get into. Alright, since I've known you, you've been like heads on, strong 10 toes in your child life. Like everything, from college all the way, all the way back. You know what I'm saying? So, what is, in your opinion, from your perspective, how you feel, what it's like to be a father in today's world with a lot of influence, it's a lot of things that can swerve you off path, man, and lead you down the wrong road. It's a lot of things for a child to get into. I got a child. He 18. And my mind roam daily about driving to just whatever. So I can only imagine what you may think. Because you have a daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So talk to me about that.
Man, I'm thinking, man, if regardless boy, girl, son or daughter, we gotta pour into them, and basically what I mean by that is the things that we grew up bumping our head on,
Right.
the things, that when we done that didn't work. We gotta teach them. We bumped our head enough times, they shouldn't have to bump their head as many times.
Right. That's real.
I'm a firm believer in educating them. A lot of the things that I do now, it's for my grandkids almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, my daughter, she been able to graduate college, she a nurse, she working. But now we talk about the things that I'm involved in, how that's gonna work out for her kids, and that's the goal, man. But I tell people all the time, 'cause a lot of us like, yeah, I'm gonna lead it to my family, to my kids. It's great. It's great to be able to leave something to your kids and your family. But we have to educate them on what to do with it.
Do with it, yeah.
And what that means.
And do the same thing you did
Right.
for the.
And one of the things that I talk to my daughter a lot about, people in general really, but the kids need to understand they have to be earners.
Right.
You understand? You have to be able to generate or make some type of money. But as we pass things down, but I'm about to show you how to manage what I'm passing you.
Right.
Correct. I'll show you how to manage it
and maintain
it. But this is the number one thing. You have to teach your offspring the same set of rules.
Right.
You have to be an earner. You have to be able to manage what I'm handing you. And to me, man, that's key, man. Teaching our people, our sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, even just neighborhood kids, like people, anybody that want to learn, if we teaching them, bro, we'll eventually get out of some of this rut that we in.
Right.
But it's very important that give something, try to leave your people with something, but teach them what to do with it.
Correct. Cause, I'm old enough to see a few generations, at age 36. And I done seen, like grandmama, granddaddy, they have a house and this, that, and the third. And then, okay, it's time for them to pass the baton, or they, they pass away or something, and then that next person ain't perform or make the same moves, or they didn't care like the grandparents did in as far as our generation, and they lose it or just something.
Right.
It don't get maintained. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, and it don't get managed right. So what you're saying is very, very clutch. I've seen it plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Seen it plenty of times.
I mean, and some of that, not all of that, but some of that is from them grandparents probably bust their ass to get it.
Yeah.
So the appreciation be different. And I tell people this all the time, man. Everybody gotta have a dog in the fight. The kids, the adults, everybody gotta have a piece in there.
Yeah.
I just can't give it all to you. You gotta work a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta earn it, You gotta earn it. So that's just how I look at it.
Right. Yeah, can't be expecting nothing to be given to you.
Right.
With
no repercussions.
With nothing.
You know what I'm saying? No responsibility. That's not real life.
Nah.
Not productive for real life, you know?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. That's real. So if I can bring up some memories, like you probably don't some of my memories that I got or you or like what we done, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
from cause you know like I've been around since 14, 15, like that's a long time from now.
Yeah.
You know, I done seen like what's going on now, like that was foreign to what I came up in. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I feel yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was different, yeah.
Some of the things people do, how they do it, that was foreign to me and how we, you know, done things. And like I say, I got a lot of memories from this guy right here. You probably ain't even gonna remember him, bro. But man, and there was some times, and like that golden era gone, man. I sit right here and think about that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I think about y'all, fam, block.
Yeah.
You know, who else?
A lot of good ones, man. We got Silverhawk.
Silverhawk,
yeah.
yeah. Some of y'all don't even, but some of y'all won't even know nothing about that past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
Chattanooga history for sure. Man.
Yeah, it is, man. It is, and so much shit be going on, and it keep us from even getting close to that. I feel like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about it?
Man, like I say, unity.
Right.
You know, being divided, man, is a sign of weakness for our people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's clear that with the artists we got together, and notwithstanding the promotion I see these boys having, if people start working together and sharing resources, we could become a real hot hub, man.
Yeah, I think we can.
I think Britt Brad is really just the beginning.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
Well, give me your opinion on Isaiah Rashad or Slat Zai.
Don't know much about Slat Zai. I've been hearing his name. I know he was making some moves. Isaiah Rashad, you know, I know he signed to the TDE. That's what he signed to? You know, that's more of a California label. I don't know much about him, but proud that he been able to get to that level. You know, from what I understand, I don't really know much about his music, but from what I understand, he got fans and he got shows. He be on WWE touring.
Right.
He's obviously generating income, feeding his family, feeding his people off entertainment, man. And that's something that's hard to do, bro.
Right.
I mean, we all look at the Lil Babies and the Lil Durks and all these the T.I.s and Young G's, all these big ass rappers. But the reality is, man, if you can feed your family and live a good life doing what you love to do, and if it's rapping, I might not, it might not be as rich as 2 Chainz and T.I., but if I can,
if I can eat,
maybe a few $100,000, way up. What's wrong with that?
Hell yeah.
And I'm just assuming. I'm sure I'm assuming he's doing well. It look like he is when I hear things, So, proud of anybody who able to feed their family from entertainment, cause it's hard.
Right.
It's hard, man.
All right, and I'm a pick your brain just from a CEO or label standpoint. Well, I'm gonna start with Britt Brett. What kind of deal you think she signed?
I don't know, man. I hear about deals. I don't. And when you coming through it independent, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know. But I mean.
So she was signed to an independent.
I'm assuming 21.
Okay.
And I'm assuming Slaughter Gang is independent. I don't know.
It's probably backed by a major,
right?
Or
That's
subsidiary. Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know what them deals could possibly look like, but I'm sure she'll make the best of it. I really want the city to get behind or support her. Anything that we can do for her. I mean, we need to be doing it as a city. So
I feel that. And that leads to my next question.
Let me say this. She needs to be able to come here and have a full-out concert, bro, and we need to show up and support her. Like, if they shooting footage on her,
right? She
need to be able to, that's my crib, that's my home, and we need to show her that.
So shout out to Britt Brat, man. Hopefully, somebody hear this and, you know, make that shit happen.
Real deal.
And you know, bring 21 Drake and them, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. That'll add to it. But what I did want to ask you is like I said, from a CEO, you know, label standpoint, would you rock with a label right now, or would you rock independent?
Whatever makes sense. I mean, I feel like it depends on a few things. I would think if I had the resources to put artists in certain positions or open certain doors, I might stay independent as long as I can. But I think that's the game. But I'm to the point now, not trying to deal with no artists. But if I did, I think it'd be something a little more different than my traditional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause shit different.
Yeah. But I mean like different type of genre almost. Like if people making like
Oh, you talking about different type of music?
right.
Okay.
Right. I'm thinking like if I can find me something like a you know what I'm saying, like a little Chinese boy or something. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's different, you know.
Yeah, that's real different, yeah.
And like, and I said, sing, not really rap, because I don't want to have to deal with all some of the other
I
stuff,
feel you.
you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not looking at all, but if I deal with it, it'd be something
Something on that level.
on them type of, like, global. I'm thinking
Okay.
global.
Yeah.
Because the internet is there. Like, the internet will take you global. And
Yeah, buddy.
I'm
Yeah,
still
buddy.
learning how this TikTok and all that stuff work, but people making records and getting checks, and you know what I'm saying, and going viral and
Right.
creating careers.
And if you got a brand, you got a product, you got a service, depending on the service, if the service is not like physical, you gotta be there. You can take your shit across seas, bro. Like it's millions and millions of people, you know, across seas that you can tap into, and you don't really have to just focus on, you know, the city or the state or even nationally. You can, you know, forge your content, your media, your music, your podcast, your cooking show, whatever it is, you know, you can get it in outlets overseas. That was clutch to hear you say that. You know what I'm saying?
You are now watching 702 Visions.
Shout out to y'all boys, man.
So you gonna be straight soon, goddamn. You got 4 or 5 cameras, motherfucker.
I hope so.
Hey, I was telling me, I said, bro, for this fucking birthday, and I said, I told Reed, I call some people. I want to shoot 3 angles from the stage. I want a nigga walking around with a camera on the stage. I want somebody with me at all time. I want somebody in the crowd at all time. It's like
That's about 5 or 6.
I've been trying.
And you gonna get some good footage. Yeah?
I'm trying to build this. I'm trying to create a product. Like I want you to be able to download these guys' birthday rags on Hulu or some shit on Netflix. But I want to watch it.
Oh, like verses.
Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, not
Cause
like
they do, cause they do live.
But-
they do it. Well, they stream it. They stream
right.
it.
But I'm saying I want you to be able to click. Like I want to be able to click download like the these guys' birthday bags.
And that shit be on TV.
Yeah. Like I want to go through one of them platforms, and we'll have a package with the shit I'm doing leading up to it.
Right.
Like how I sent the girls to a Black Affair. I hit the Knoxville. I was go to the 2-time show in Knoxville. But I really don't want to spend all that money.
I feel you.
Cause
That's a bright idea, though. You know what I'm saying, for real.
Yeah, cause I have to be in VIP. And I'm telling you, they got some sections left for 25. Then I gotta take a sprinter. You gotta take promotion team. You gotta take camera.
You gotta do all that. Gotta come correct.
Right.
And see, that's how you had to do it.
Yeah.
Back then, it wasn't take a picture and load it, or upload your song and send it to the DJ. It wasn't like
You gotta go to the city, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta.
But like now for me, going to the city it's a promotion.
Right.
It's like, and I'll show you some stuff in a minute when we get done, man. You know, I sent Rick and Maul and a team of girls to the Black Affair, and I took, cars and all that.
Right.
To what they would got delivered in. I took it to a few people I hang out with, a couple of promotion girls to Knoxville. So I'm just hitting different stuff up, and I got 5 months.
Yeah.
Got plenty of stuff I'm gonna be hitting with my
Right.
team. So.
Right. All right. So this what we came. This what we came to focus on. You know, this is what's going on. If you don't know, now you know. You will know. Whole No Reunion. 2023 May the
20th.
May the 20th.
Yeah.
At the Signal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, but I wanna say this. You announce one artist
Right.
and tell the people who that is.
I announced Young Dro.
Young Dro. So we already know Young Dro.
Right.
Alright. Now, can we make some history right now? Can you announce or give a hint right now for the Black Couch Talk?
Well, I'm gonna say this: the next artist that I announce is gonna be a solo artist that had a hit dance song.
A hit dance song. A
Uh,
solo artist hit dance song.
Yeah.
Alright.
So
So y'all, you know,
yeah.
y'all be. It could be anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Had a couple of hit dance songs actually.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Uh,
So.
But yeah, that's what that's about right there.
Okay. I tried, y'all. You know, I tried to get us one. You know what I'm saying? But I expect this to be a big event. You know what I'm saying? None other than a D Scott, party. You know what I'm saying? What was some of your legendary moments at the Whole Note?
Oh man.
I know you got a lot.
So many.
I might can narrow that question down a little bit, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and give us one.
What you
I can
think?
make it a little bit
Yeah.
specific, cause that's broad. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I had some great moments in the building. I think Jim Jones was great.
Jim Jones.
That
Oh
was
my
classic,
God.
man. That was classic.
When them Dipset boys came here, man.
That was classic. That was real deal classic.
I remember that one. I couldn't even get in that one.
Yeah,
I missed that one.
I mean,
I was outside.
Yeah, the door was like 75 ahead at the door at the gym trying to get in. It was crazy. Man, Yo Gotti. I think Yo Gotti and Gucci Man, and I say them two because, just dealing with them multiple times,
Right.
dealing with their management, their teams multiple times, and watching where they went
Right.
in rap, in hip hop, in entertainment. It was just like wow.
Right.
It was like wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was classic, man. Of course, like I said, Jim Jones, man. But my last event, it wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. It was raining, and we kept having to move DJ Drama.
Right.
Yeah.
DJ. I remember DJ Drama. We was there.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Yeah.
But wasn't really the crowd I was looking for. It was raining that night. We had to move them a couple times, the roof.
I
and all
remember that.
good
I
stuff.
remember that.
But,
I remember that night.
But just it don't been some times, man, where man, can't believe what's going on. Just to see people that like 8 Ball, MJCG, you know what I'm saying, the way they just grace the stage and man, everybody, Mike Jones, man,
Everybody.
oh no, bro,
Man,
just,
bro,
I did
everybody
Christmas
like-
one year, like Crime Mob, man, and Trillville, just it was crazy.
Them golden years, bro.
It was crazy.
You name it, they came through here,
I mean, like Yin Yang,
and it was like every month.
Yeah.
Like,
back to back, like back to back, like back to back.
I'm talking about. It was like every
Kaya,
month.
my nigga, my
Every
back.
month, man.
I mean, just it felt like
It
was
was
always something, man.
It was great. And the city always was piped. Like, back in them days, you can't do this now. You can't dare do this now. But back then, you can just ride it. And if you wanted to, if you ain't want to go in, if you ain't had no bread, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You can pull up in the parking lot and have a good time.
And just chill, yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
Like, real talk. You can't do that nowhere now.
Nah.
But like, man, back then you could do that. I remember I remember being like, I think we was 15. And I remember we did a show. And we had to be upstairs. We couldn't be in the
down.
Yeah, we couldn't be in the, you know what I'm saying? We had to go upstairs in the little room and chill until time for us to perform.
That's crazy.
And then, you know, perform and then go back in the room or, you know, whatever the case may be. But man, yeah, I got a lot of memories, man. What was some of your best artists that got you the best results?
Definitely Jim Jones.
Okay.
You know, I tell people this, man. Sometimes you gotta do things that probably haven't been done and probably won't be done again.
Right.
And that's something that when I booked Jim Jones, I booked him for. I wound up booking him for 2 cities for Chattanooga and Macon. I did that because they were really trying to charge. Like I tried to get the price down. I booked 2 cities, but got it decent. So I did it in Chattanooga and Macon. But the thing behind it is, I knew when I booked him, it's the first time he'd been here, and this will probably be the last time.
You knew that?
I knew that.
Wow.
I knew that. And he has not been back since. Cause I think, man, that was completely,
Cause they
right. That was completely out of our realm. Balling was hot. My people wanted to do it in person, and I went and got it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like now, and the reason those things won't happen like that now is because we discussed it earlier, because of the internet.
Right.
Like now, when a song like Ballin' come out, or something like If and If.
Right.
You know, when songs come out like that. Now the internet takes it there.
It's gone.
It takes it there.
It's out of there.
So, you know, we were blessed, man, to get Ballin' while Ballin' was hot. And but I knew when I sent him the money that like he won't never be back. I'm gonna get him here and he won't never be back.
Wow.
So that was exciting. You know, I did Gotti a few times, did Gucci a few times. The very first time I did Gucci, in the whole note, did them for $9,500. They drove the Hummer up here and all that.
Right.
And Deb Admin walked in and she said, I ain't charge you enough.
Well, she seen the venue.
Well, no, she seen the people that was there.
Okay, she seen the party.
Yeah, she like, I ain't charge you enough. I'm like, this one was. But that's the business, man.
Right.
The business.
Right. Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. But yeah, man, as far as the whole no reunion, man, we excited, man. It's like I already announced Dro. Got 3 more artists that I'm about to announce. Like I say, the next artist I announced, he a solo artist. He got a couple of hit dance records. That's gonna be fun. Got a couple of groups lined up. You know what I'm saying? Cause Dro and his next artist, they're the only solos.
Right.
Got a 3-man group lined up, and I got a 2-man group lined up. So
y'all hear that, man? Y'all hear that? Yeah. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Every artist coming has been to the whole note. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's coming has had hit records. So I mean, it's gonna be a good vibe, man. Everybody who know that feeling, who know that era, they gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, man. It's yeah, I miss them days, man. I miss them days. But it's gonna be popping though, man. It's gonna be popping.
We finna create. It's about a feeling, man. About an energy, man. But we had a good time in the whole note.
Yeah.
And just back in the day with First Friday and all that stuff, Triple S boys. We just finna recreate some of that energy, some of them feelings. Take some pictures like we used to back in the day. Just wild out one good solid night.
Right.
I mean, and you know, I plan on making a big announcement at the concert for the next event. But yeah, man, it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Get your tickets if you ain't already got them. They're going fast. Reserve seats, they're going fast, man. So just holler at me or inbox me on IG or Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's going down.
For sure, man. Whole No Reunion.
Yeah. May
20th at the Signal. Y'all
definitely
be there.
The biggest event in the city, man.
Get your ticket. I got mine.
Absolutely.
It was a pleasure, my dog.
Yeah, always.
I really appreciate you.
Always.
I know when I hit you, you gonna fuck with me.
Always.
Like always. We might need to do a part 2, man. You know,
So let me know.
we 5 months away from the big, you know.
We can do one leading up to it. We can do one after it too. If you want to talk about the post,
Right.
the post whole no reunion, man.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Talk about the announcement that I'm gonna make in May.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's gonna be worth talking about. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, bet. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, man, this is a legend in the 423. If you don't know, now you know. Everybody that still tuned in all the way, I appreciate you. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button so you can get these videos as I put them out. District 1104, 702 Visions, Black Couch Talk, D. Scott, we out.